Hello, monkey. Hello, hello. Today, we will begin with some implementation, I guess. We need several things, but I will just go and jump to the things that are needed. Our idea right now is to make a starting sequence. Needs to begin some kind of dialogue. Maybe. And then move into a console. Now thinking about the dialogue, I probably need a dialogue box without the image part. I achieve that easily. Just set them to not visible. Collapsed. Should the text also be displayed somewhere else? Do I move the... Why do I have two grid panels? Yeah. We could change the position of this thing. I also need to remove this. Do I move all the writing functionality into the dialogue actor instead and invoke it from other UI elements. Like this is the dialogue element, but I need something similar for console one, right? But I wonder if I will survive this day. My eyes are closing. So tired. Couldn't sleep today. Give me a second, be right back. I am again. Maybe I just need a clipping panel and move these two into it. Up to the thing again, because this is not centered. Be turned off. Okay. This thing is the dialogue panel with image. Now, do I do the same size as this? Or do I make it a little larger than the original one, since the image is now missing? I guess I have to do it by feeling. Just make it and then look how it is. Do we even have this panel? Could just remove and put this in there instead. Hmm. Will work. Seems to work. to this. Alright, so you have that, I guess. And just copy this over. Or not. Bonus the border. I guess it's this thing. Excuse me. Oh, it's inside because of the grid. No, that's not true. What is this? It is true. Okay. So what do we do? Do I also use a grid panel then? Do that, I guess. Huh? This makes no sense. Oh. There we go. And depending where we want it, we can also move it up and down, or I guess. We now need to add that text background in there. Code. Oh, it's blank, but wrong word, I guess. That's fine. Let me make some tea. You guys know when you are on your desk and you have like a chair that has rolls on them, and it is rather maybe sturdy, and then when you roll around, your heel or ankle gets caught under the supporting thing for the wheels, like that frame, and it hurts. I hate it. Happens so often. Now, do I also need the button panel in there? Surely need the text and indicator too, though. All in this clipping panel. Move this. Couldn't. Time for some tea. What I would need to do is move these in there. This one, smaller size, doesn't matter. Just the rendering box. Like, it can write outside of this border, it really doesn't matter. Just disappears if that rectangle is not on the screen, and it is always on the screen, so whatever. I believe my laundry should be done in a moment too. That. Button panel needs to move, and this indicator needs. Alright, let's make a function for this. I need a drop down for this. An NM. This. And blank meaning no image, no title. Not as in blank, there is no text. Because they are always blank. Okay, so let's add that little drop down in here. What did I call it? Dialog UI panels. There it is. And then panel type. A switch. Not that. Switch. This thing, please. If this happens, we need to make sure the other panel is still not visible. One. Right? Yes. Where is it though? Well, this needs to collapse. Set visibility. Collapsed, and we need one. Not hit testable. Oh, not hit testable, self only. Which is this guy. That clears the visibility stuff. Now we have to move the things that are important from here to the other side in a correct order. We need this for sure. We need this. And we need the text indicator thingy here. But we need to parent these now to this guy. Parent, add, child, something like this. But then I also need to move them around maybe. For now, I mean, oh, you cannot. Okay, so they would be parented. We would need to change their row too. This column. Yeah. That would clear that out. Else. Man, I'm so tired. I feel like doing it like this feels wrong, but I also don't want to put the text element, whatever, in a variable and then give that into writing. I rather move the panel itself, because everything is already ready there, instead of recreating it everywhere. Right? I don't know. I need to do anything else, maybe an anchor or something. Or does the anchor keep its original thing. Don't need right there. Panel should go with left. This indicator though, right, bottom right. What else am I moving there? The bottom and button. I guess I need to test it. For that, give me a second. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Oh, where was I? Ah, yeah. We need to test this. I need some kind of dummy test. Start area. And where was it? Outside here. Yeah. There. If that. Now let's make this happen. Just as a dummy thing. Oh. For now, we go with this. And the moment we start a dialogue node that needs to fire for now. See if anything happens. See how many errors we will have. Okay, that's good. I think these errors are only for the image. Now, this thing is concerning. Clear text area of text and scroll rest. What is missing there? Access none trying to read real property. Slot as canvas slots. Return in. Okay. Dialogue widget. Engine blah blah blah. Here. Maybe you give me right position here. Okay. Text moving panel. Text moving panel, you say. We do move it. Why would it not get... Why would that not be possible to get anymore? This makes no sense. Oh, is it because it's not a canvas slot anymore? Could it be? Return unknown. Huh. Oh, this is a problem. What? Huh? It's the same class. This one and this one. Gives. What's the difference? Wait. No. This thing is inside the clipping plane, this grid. Oh, why is this in the border? Could be like this. And where's the okay, never mind, the indicators here. Okay, was that the error? Could have been. No, it's still the same Please don't tell me it doesn't know where he is because it needs another tick. It would be so bad. God. Aha. This is not correct. They all need to go into this. Like this. Okay, that's good news. This should work. Shouldn't be any errors here. Very good. Ah. Great and all, but oh god, more problems. Okay. this thing. Yeah, what am I doing? We don't need this. Work. So why is it not writing now? Art here does not work. I wonder. It's not visible. That could mean many things. Well, I'm adding it in the wrong thing anyway, so that. There's a white square there. Can we write now? Aha! Very good. Well, the text indicator needs correct anchoring, I guess. Somehow lost its original one. Oh, the text in this. Oh, hello, Kere. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you again. We have this. Today Monkey's extremely sleepy. Because Monkey could not sleep. I'm trying to force myself to do at least something. Well, sick at home is, I guess, also not good. Get well soon. But other than being tired, I'm good, I think. Just drinking my tea as always. The end indicator needs some anchoring, probably the bottom panel then too. Not really typical actually. Normally I'm able to sleep, but since my vacation was again very offsetting for my schedule, I just didn't get sleepy in time, I guess. I was just in bed, rolling around. I would guess tomorrow will be all better again. Need to time. What do we need? At the anchor. Anchor. 1111. That's the first thing. Well, normal people don't need to adapt, but monkey does need to adapt. Alignment is 1-1. I would guess I need all of this too. Offset. This is 12.5. 32. Now this should make the indicator correct again. Very good. What happened here? Rolling didn't work. Yeah, normal people like non-monkeys. Only I'm allowed to stay up late. Everyone else has to sleep at correct times. I can do whatever I want. So why does this not work now? What's wrong with this? Oof. No, it's only me. Well, but you're not allowed to. But hello. Lior Max, I guess. Welcome, welcome. Hello. It's not allowed. You can do it, but it's not allowed. If you get caught, then you're in trouble. You know, you have to go to sleep at normal times or you get in trouble. What am I working on? I have a dialogue system which has like an image, etc. Now I'm converting it to another mode where there is no image. Because my goal right now is to make a initial intro where there is text without a character. So I need to disable the image part and resize the text field. Living on the edge, eh? So, okay. We clearly can put it there, but whatever happens, the moving panel, this thing, seems to not work. Why? Clipping panel also needs some adjustments anyway. The clipping panel here, the clip to bounce. Oh, it is already. Did I copy paste that? Okay. What's the problem then? We are moving this. Size to content, could that be the problem? Where are the anchors? The anchors are there, so size to content, maybe that's the problem. But then I don't understand that we don't see it, that we see the first text. It makes no sense. Really does not make sense. So moving panel is the one. And here we have to say set content, no, size to content. What is it called? Auto size or something. Size. Okay, no. Slot as canvas. Auto size set is true. Oh. Hello, scene. Kinda, yes. How did you know? But I'm not actually testing the dialogue system that is finished. I'm implementing a new mode for it. But it doesn't work, sadly. I thought it would be easier, but... Now if I press... Oh, now it works. So it was size to content's problem. Or... No. Now it breaks. Okay, good. It worked though. And of course the buttons need to be resized too. But I just need to check what happens with the text. Does it clip through the border here? No, you're good. New mode. You can see it as like there is no image and no title, like some narrator speaking. So not a character, but a narrator needs to explain something or something in the world happens, etc. Then I need a text field without image and the thing. So I didn't just remodel whatever is there, just turning off the image, etc. I just put a new slot that I can resize as I want. And after this, we need a mode for a console. Maybe this can be the console, but the outline is not correct. I need to make a new thing for that too, I guess. Oh, cool. The first time that the spam filter actually found a bot and asked me if I want to allow them to speak. No, please do not allow. Kick that guy. Their name started with K. I didn't read completely. Kere, are you still here? That would be so funny. Okay, good. They are coming for me from the start, man. They never stopped. Very, very annoying. Button. What happened to my music? Why did that stop? Please don't trigger. Please don't trigger the bot. I cannot guarantee your safety. Okay, we need coordinates for this thing. Alright, so wait, the anchor is a little different here. 0111. Set anchor 0111. What else? 000. So we need the offset. Put this 104. That should be it. Let's see what happens. Because still the size of the panel is different. This could still break. Yeah, it broke. So something is not correct still. Am I anchoring it? No, it is anchored correctly. What could go wrong here? Let's see. The button panel is here. Minimum is 0, 1. Minimum 0, 1 and 1, 1, right? That's correct. And the offset is 0, 0, 0, 104. Ah, alignment! That's the problem. I didn't see the alignment. Which is 0, 1. Yes. So stupid. Please, Unreal, don't die on me now. Thank you. Okay, now it works. Right? Please don't do something stupid. Tell me that you work. Nice. And then we leave. Check store. Close store. Okay. So this works. We just need to invoke it in the correct place. We need a new thing that we can select in the data asset to tell it to turn off images. Please don't be a bot. We have enough bots all around us. I don't need fake viewers. Please be real human. Don't say beep boop. Okay. Now, of course, while we're there, we can also switch to the other one, but right now we don't need that. For now, this is fine. We just need to activate it at the correct time, which means probably here we need to get that information. That's the text character asset. Probably this, right? Character asset should be what we need. Let's see, blueprints, dialogue system. No, actually, game data, dialogue 3. And Aaron. There's the expression. I could go for portrait is empty, like make this a default as empty, and if it's empty it switches to the no image mode. But then again we still have a title, so I think I want to force this. So the character is there, but maybe it's not on the character. Maybe it is at the dialogue itself here. Maybe I do specify it here. Impressions. We also need a character for a narrator, so it has no sound or something, or maybe some neutral sound, always having the same pitch. Hmm. How do we do this? Where is the best place to add the option to select what kind of text field is shown? Now, it would make sense to have this in the character, because then I can use it easily as a template, right? Okay, I think it's time to make a character and add another option into the character. I feel like if I have that option in there, it feels strange. Because I will only have one character that has no image, right? No, maybe I would have like NPCs that are extremely not important, so they don't even get a image. So, but they would still need a title. But maybe I can use this for other things too. So okay, let's make a character and make the option inside. So if I go in here, we have expressions. Now, should this be an expression, or should this be a general thing that all expressions use? Like, do I have a happy state and a sad state, where in a happy state we have the image, in a sad state we don't? Is there an expression with no image as the expression? Ah. Where does it make sense to put this? If I put it here generally, and I would need it only at some points, then the refactoring could be troublesome. If I put it in the expression, then the worst case would be that I need to click more, which is maybe for the long run a worse problem. I think my laundry is almost done. Need to get it outside of the machine. I still hear it. Can you hear it, by the way? I hope you cannot hear the washing machine. If I had it in the expressions here. There it is. Be right back, let me just get them. And I'm back. You hear the beeping sound? That's great. Next time you can alert me if I don't hear it myself, since I have noise cancelling headset. Sometimes I do not hear it. It's great that my microphone can pick it up, I guess. Oh no. So do we put it here? What would it... Think a little bit. Do I have a override system for something like this? Okay, we override by adding the character. If I add the character, that could also change the way my UI behaves. Yeah, I figured that as much because I have a gate. Since I have so much noise, I have a little noise gate. I need to trigger it with enough volume to listen to everything. But sadly, my PC is so loud that I need a noise gate. If the music is quiet enough, then you can actually hear all the static noise from my microphone, which is a little annoying, but I have no better solution, sadly. So if I just drop it in here, that could be enough. Because I feel like if a character speaks and has no image, it should not get an image all of a sudden. If I want to create a mystery, I would need to add an image that hides the face but has an image anyway, so you have the feeling that it's an important character. And if I don't show the character's image, then I can make a dummy secondary character for that same character to use. I guess that's fine then. I wish I had a cat. Yes, like a silhouette. And I want a cat. But I'm never home, so... rather bad. So, what do we call this? Panel mode. Okay, what do we call? Panel. Okay, and this is dialogue with image and title as a default. And now we should have it here. I think I need to do it above the expression though, because this is something rather important to set at the start. And this should do it. Okay, so we have it in there now. Now I need to create a character that is a narrator. So we duplicate this, I guess. Call this. I call. On Discord. Okay, so narrator we call this, I would say. Please open. Hello, thank you. Now I can give this a title, but we will never see the title. Doesn't matter. Because we don't have the title thingy, and we will only use the expression default. Dummy. And no... Wait, maybe we need a sound. We need to create a sound that it sounds very, very defaultish, I guess. Applicate this. Default. Now we need to find a sound. Does not do something like that. Maybe 200. Something like that. But it sounds very similar to my randomizer. Can I do something with an equalizer? Okay, what is an equalizer in this thing? Do we have an equalizer? Gates. Envelope. Attack, decay, sustain and release or something. What was the R? I don't remember. Envelope follower. Okay, maybe I need to Unreal 5 meta sound equalizer. Can you make the sound longer? Yes, I can. Yes. But even start slower. Sounds maybe better, but if I put this for each letter to write, then it will overlap each other. It will sound very different, I can show you. Let's put this in as a thing. I would say this will not work, because it will overlap each other very, very much. My test. My neck. Let's see if this still works. Don't remember. See, this is a little problematic. No. The written thing, it will be very fast, so type speed needs to be fast for a narrator. Is there even an equalizer in meta sounds? There no equalizer? Meta sound function. Oh my god, please give me just a documentation. My god. I hate these AI answers. I know how to disable them. The AI responses of Google. It's so stupid. But if you put a slur in there with a minus, then firstly, the minus will try to exclude the word. But since it's a slur, the AI will not trigger because it cannot do something with the slur because there's censored, and your usual results in Google will not have that slur in it anyway. So it's such a bad workaround, but it works. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Just give me a little thing that disables the AI response, but no, you have to put a slur in there. It's I don't understand this world anymore, man. Envelope follower, no. Flagger. Rig mod. Wave player. Wave shaper. So this could be it. What's a DC? Random get shuffle. Get wave. Pitch shift, what's that? Ah, okay. Diffuser. Ah, okay. Grain delay. Stereo. Dynamic compressor. I guess that's like a flat out filter. instead of shaping. The evaluate wavetable node outputs the value of the wavetable at the given input phase, allowing you to use the wavetable as a curve in the graph. What? What does that mean? So it interpolates between those two? Huh. Kernel IO. Wave writer? Excuse me? I can export sounds, and why did my model stop? Please don't die on me. My god. So I can export sounds too. I can generate a sound and export it and then feed it into the game again, so it doesn't need processor resources. Just needs to be saved. The problem with my meta sound is they are very small anyway, but I have like dynamic things in there, like changing the randomness and the pitch, etc. And it is random itself, so I wouldn't be able to achieve that anymore. It's like baking, and we don't want to bake the sound. A bit crusher. I like that. We need to use that dynamic filter. Oh my god, we are only 50% of the documentation. Okay, I don't care anymore. Let's try the bit crusher. Bit crusher sample rate. So this is a 0 to 0, please. This goes in here. I don't hear anything anymore. Of the decay, I guess. .1. .16 would make it better, right? Like, not more grainy, but I want to make it worse. Maybe not. What is the bit depth? The bit resolution to reduce the audio to... What is the resolution right now? 64? Sample rate, let's say 2000. 8-bit. I guess this triangle is already so low that it doesn't matter. 500. 1000. 1111. Interesting sounds. Yeah, I will need scary sounds at some point. So having this kinda makes it so that any sound I have will get corrupted, so this is a good tool to have. Correct, not the narrator. What's the sidechain? Optional. Ratio, amount of gain reduction. How hard or soft the gain reduction depends from thresholds. I have no idea how this works. Okay, I guess we give that up. Oh. What's LFO? Low frequency oscillator. Can I just put that in? Sine. Triangle. Minimum. Maximum. 100 to 200. Oh god. No. Saw. I don't like how saw sounds like. I mean, it could work. But there's this sharpness in there I don't like. How do I make that rounder? Or wait, filter. High pass. Equal filter. One pole high pass filter. What that? Ah, here we go. But now I would need to see. Okay, so it's rather here at 360. But it is cutting off anything behind it. So let's say 600. What happens then? Low pass? I don't know. Yeah, this just makes the part on the right go through. I go 2000 here. This needs to be a little how to say? I want this to be more sharp. How do I do that? Can I just go in here and... Oh. Interesting. Okay, this is just showing me the coordinates. It doesn't matter. How do I manipulate this curve? Can I just multiply and etc. and play around with this? What is the left part? Frequency, sound level. The sound level. Huh. Was this like... Huh? What does minus 16 even mean? What happens if I cut both sides? Is there any other filter? Like a middle thing? What's a ladder filter? Wave shaper? No. There is not more I can do. Feel like it should be this thing. I have no idea how to do this. But bell shape sounds correct already. Although I would like to have it reversed. What's a low shelf? What was the frequency? Here, 320. 360 actually. 360. Q. Filter Q or resonance controls the stepness of the filter. No idea what you mean. Change anything? Thresholds. No idea. Just made it Just quieter. Wow! 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 Hmm. No idea. Kinda sounds better though. Hmm. Oh well, whatever. I think I'll just keep this. Way too complicated. Find out how to work some kind of generator. All the default. For now, it's fine. I think I shouldn't spend too much time. It's not one of my skill sets yet. Now that I have a character for try to add dialogue that triggers my eyes are so tired. I would need to redirect my game start that level. Not only that, we also need to rework all my level loading stuff, because now we will probably load levels in a different manner. Instead of always expecting to be in an overworld versus cave, I need to explicitly tell them what kind of level package to load and unload. And I think that's the next thing we have to do, like tomorrow. Today I will try to get as far as I can with the dialogue. We need a dialogue data asset. We'll call this intro. Maybe I should make a new folder called dialogue data. In there we have intro. This here. Okay. Then eight data set cult. What do we call this? What was this again? Template for dialogue. Not character, data. This is DD. DD intro. Start, maybe? Let's call it start for now. And the default for this character, I'm not sure if it's the narrator, but it will switch to the console at some point. 0 is correct, start conditions nothing. It's the first thing to do, normal. Correct. Function. Correct. Character override, expression default. And now we can write a text here. What do I write even? This will nowhere near the final text. I just need something to have something. I don't even know the characters I will mention here stay like this, but we need some dummy text. Self-creating? I know lorem ipsum, but I don't want to have like extremely dummy text. I want to have like a premise. Like some kind of framework for the story. But yes, I do know lorem ipsum. It would be funny if Unreal had like a toggle to just paste lorem ipsum in there. I guess you can just copy it from somewhere else. He wants you to test this self-creating game. But one shell AI component is not ready yet. He asks you to substitute that AI component or agent. Or something like that. download the file and run it. Console prompt appears or something like that. Wait. You are in front of received from a friend. He wants you. You mean asks here? Or did I write it somewhere else? Ah, here. Oh yeah. I can see the problem. Thank you. Much appreciated. My brain is sometimes very self-autopilot-y, but it just writes whatever it hears, and it's not even me, it's my brain. It's very strange. Thank you very much. Anyway, this thing needs to be now triggered for now, so we can see text is actually getting written correctly. This needs to be implemented though. This is still something we have to implement. No, it's not from the character. This needs to go in here, so we need to go into the state machine, sadly. See where it leads. Okay, character. Where's the current tree here? We don't put the current tree in there. You have mode? No. Get B type? No. Huh? Oh, it is in the character, right? I forgot, I put it in the character. So we're good. We just can't get it from the character here. Character, where are you, my little friends? Ever get character asset? No, default. Get character defaults, and then get type. No, get panel mode. Put that in there, and then where do we put this? Probably in front of here for now. It should do it. It only doesn't work if I have another node that switches to our character, but we don't do that for now anyway. Now I just need to put this into our test. What was it? Intro? Start. And let's see what happens. You're in front of your computer and receive a message from your longtime developer friend. He wants you to test his new self-creating game, but I don't know. I need a different name here for self-creating game. Like, I need something that, I don't know, it's practically building itself, something like that. But one crucial AI component is not ready yet. He asks you to substitute that AI agent. You download the file and run it. A console prompt appears, and then we need to see some kind of console here. But this feels kinda fine-ish. for the first pass. Like maybe at some point I really do implement OS. I could even do it like you said yesterday, just some kind of animation that plays so that the player doesn't interact. But I think it would be nicer if the player interacted with the system and just pressed on create, etc. But yeah, our next step would be now to create a dialogue for the console. And the console to write things like welcome to whatever OS or something the like. Creating blah blah blah, and then it needs some kind of user input. Something like that. And the idea in that console is that it writes very fast, but if you do screenshots or whatever, that you can see some kind of hint of important stuff in the game that you can find out even from the first second. But yeah, this is again for only people that do pay attention more closely than others, I guess. Alrighty. I think starting the console part would now be a lot of work. We already did the thing, so I think let's clean up the mess we created. Maybe even build in the switches, etc. to jump from one mode to the other or something. Right now, fine-ish. I could put this then here, which would make it hard-coded. And to test this, I would need to add another node here. And then say Mira, for instance. And Mira is first just saying ah or something. I don't know. Just some kind of text. And doing this will now show us that my UI does not work. Because now it needs to show the actual image. Instead of collapsed this, it needs to be like this instead. And the panels should be also different. Text panel get this one. Not clipping. What? Oh, wait, the clipping panel is correct. Never mind. And this one. I think now it could just switch from one mode to the other, right? Yes. So that works. Which means if I go back to the narrator again, hello, hello. It should again remove the image. Okay, so it works. That is already great. delete this, delete this. You are in front of your computer and receive a message from a long time friend. But one crucial AI component is not ready yet. Ask you to the agent. Another file. Okay. Yeah, right? Usually when I develop, there is always some kind of result. The last 2 days were just the preparation to work on things. It was rather boring. But usually I always have something where we see some kind of progress. So now it should also do some pauses between the sentences. Alright. No, it was boring in the sense of you don't see results. I didn't mean that you find it boring. I just... how to say? It's not my usual content. Just happened to start watching when I was right at the transition. Alright, so we probably also need one more where it is a blank but with a title, so NPCs can be named but have no avatars. But I think other than that, this thing is actually working pretty well for us. We need also another mode for the console here. So if I go here and add, what do we say? Dialogue only title. And then console. Now we will have 2 more options that we have to fill here. Now the console will be a little bit more difficult. Not the writing part, but the input part. Because I want the player to write something, and that might be a little complicated. Can I mix these two with each other? Is that possible? I could just also write like press any key to resume or something, or enter the simulation, etc. Something like that. So that would make it a little easier. Maybe I will do that because we can always polish at some other point. We just want to drill into the intro to have some kind of intro first. But I also could, of course, try to implement something where the player actually has to write something and then press enter. I also need to consider if I ever bring this out on console, that will not work as good. If you're on a controller and don't use your keyboard, this might be a problem. So maybe I have to ditch the console input and make a OS and where there are buttons where you can press to do stuff. Probably is a better choice here. Some kind of UI that already has buttons, etc. And there's a console area in there. And you can just press the buttons when it it needs. But then again, why would your friend need a substitute for an AI agent if you cannot write yourself? Unless the simulation would be the AI agent, which is stupid. Because I don't think the creation would need just a player. Speaking of, I started this game's conception like 5 or 6 years ago, and LLMs were not very prevalent, or not at all. And now my premise kinda is rather relevant for the current world situation, I guess. So I kinda am asking myself, is that a good or a bad thing? Because whatever I say could be interpreted maybe wrongly or correct. We will have to see, I guess. Maybe I have to add some kind of messaging in there. Like, deliberately add a message that I want to express. Right now, that I didn't plan on having some kind of statement, but maybe it is the time to add one, because the situation of the world is perfect for it. Yeah, right, that's also what I'm thinking. Because right now it's relevant. What happens if the AI bubble bursts? And it's maybe again not relevant anymore, but as far as I can see, AI will not go away. And people that abuse it will also not go away. So maybe it will stay relevant. Oh well. Alright, it's 10 PM. My usual time to stop if I'm not very deeply into some kind of feature. Now I could also just go and continue the 3D, but since I feel so tired, I think that's not a good idea. I think I will call it a day for now. Continue tomorrow and then we will see how I'm feeling on that day. All things considered, for that I'm extremely sleepy, we did achieve something. Alright. So what we did right now is this part. This part is sufficiently ready. I mean, the story itself is very shallow right now. We could do something better, but this part is done. The next one would be to create the world generation whatever with the console that says, hey, system whatever has been blah blah blah, and then it just goes and runs many lines of code, and then it stops and says error. You have to go into the simulation. But yeah, for now we are done. I'm not sure if Scene is still there. But Kere, thanks for tuning in. everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye, monkey.